where were you when the final trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine dropped?
Well, I wasn't going to watch the final trailer because I knew, well, like they always do, that there's always something at the last second that they're trying to tease. And, okay, what's it going to be this time? Is it going to be that big of a spoiler? It absolutely is, in my opinion. And I think the argument against that is a lot of people, when I tweeted that out, that they included a spoiler in the final trailer, people don't watch it, people were saying, well, Austin, that just means all the other stuff that we're getting in the movie is going to be bigger and crazier. But I didn't want to know Daphne Keane was returning in this movie. I didn't want to know that. I had an inkling, but I didn't want to know that. And maybe if that's something they choose to reveal, I don't think it makes a difference, but if that's something they choose to reveal a month out, it would piss me off. But not when you're a week away. When you're a week away, just wait a week. Don't put it in there. Because everyone and their grandma who's going to see this movie, with or without that information, is going to see this movie. Putting Daphne Keane in the trailer isn't going to change anything. For me, loving that character and loving Logan so much, and now kind of having some context how they're going to revisit that, no, it's not the biggest spoiler in the world. I get that. I understand that. I did not want to know that. I did not want to know that. And I didn't see it in a trailer. I saw a discussing film post. That's what spoiled it for me.
Me
and
too.
So yes. Yeah. And so once that was spoiled by discussing film, a page that I often respond to and quote, by the way, they're very good at what they do, pissed me off that they spoiled it, whatever, I decided to watch the trailer. The trailer was awesome. It got me fired up. I love it. They've changed the color grading. People will hopefully stop complaining now. It's not gray anymore, sort of. So, blah, blah, blah. But the Daphne Keane thing, man, what do we... Did you care as much as I did? Because I cared, and I hated it.
I didn't care as much as you did, but I understand why people are upset. You've already said it. What makes this unreasonable is that we're 1 week out. That is the sole factor that makes all of this completely unreasonable. You know, it'd be one thing if it was like a month or two ago and we were talking about a movie where like Marvel was kind of worried, like with Brave New World. Like if they did something like this to Brave New World, I would at least understand it more because we don't know where people stand on Cap 4. But we know that this is the most anticipated Marvel movie in years. Like without question, and maybe the highest grossing movie of this year without a doubt. So it's not like they did it to get across a certain goal box office wise. Like, hey, let's try to get all these types of fans in. Let's throw in Daphne. It's like that wasn't the play either.
Yeah.
So it's a weird decision. But I did not get angry because I think I was just overall excited for it. And I thought that the tone of the trailer was really beautiful as well. Yeah. And the fact that tugged on my heartstrings, I think that's probably why I didn't get as upset. But I don't have any issue with people taking issue. It's a pretty silly thing, and I definitely still would have been thrilled and excited, and probably would have been crying if the reveal was saved for the movie alone. But yeah, it's cool, I guess, that it promises that she's playing a bigger role than intended. You know, but I'm kind of, it's like one of those things. I'm with everybody on this. I'm with everybody. I'm excited. I understand why it sucks.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that because, you know, there were... It's just the people... And it's Twitter. I know I shouldn't get so, like, worked up about it, but there were people getting mad at the people mad that she was in the trailer. They're like, well, I don't think that impacts me or that... And I'm like, I don't give a shit. It made me mad. I'm allowed to be mad. If you're mad at me being mad, I don't care. Who cares? I'm allowed to be upset that she's in the trailer. And so I appreciate you. And if it was another character, I probably would have been in your boat. I probably would have been like, okay, I didn't care as much. It's just there's this connection that I have to Logan. And now knowing that they're exploring that, a week before the movie comes out, I'm kind of like, dang, man, why didn't we just wait? So that's kind of where I stand on it.
Yeah.
Then again, looking at the trailer itself without that issue, I'm with you. It's a beautiful trailer. It's an awesome trailer. This actually may be my favorite trailer. And so there's not much more you could have done to get me more excited for this movie. But now knowing that it's not just going to be a joke fest, an F-word fest, we're throwing Wolverine in there because we're going to get that box office up. That's the case. But I think there's going to be some heart in this movie. And I genuinely believe Wolverine's story, kind of hearing what I've heard about it and knowing what happened to his world, man, I think we're going to get a moving Hugh Jackman performance. I don't think he puts the claws back on and doesn't commit.
Yeah.
You know he's going to commit. And if they give him that arc that I'm kind of thinking they're going to, we could be in for one of his best performances as the character. Aside from the cool costume and the cameos and all of the sweet comic book things, but just pure Hugh Jackman with the claws. I know that was a concern like a month ago. A lot of people were saying, well, he's just in it for the money. Of course he's in it for the money. I'd be in it for the money. But I think he's going to give a great performance. I genuinely do. And I hope that transfers in the movie.
We might even get his second best performance.
Ooh. Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of interviews, and I've heard the story about how he's called Ryan Reynolds up like right before they were about to pitch to Kevin Feige that they shouldn't do the movie, and he called him up, said he's going to, I've heard that anecdote several times now. I can't remember what video it was, but he told it in a way this last time that really made me feel like Hugh Jackman came into it knowing that he had to play it a different way. Like, here's all the ways that I've played this character. Here's all the things that I've done. Here's all the stories that they've taken. And here's what I would like to do instead. I really feel like they nailed that down here. And I know it's kind of silly because we also got Daphne Keane, which is, somebody else coming from. But we're going to get everybody. We're going to get all kinds of characters that reference every X-Men movie. And that's what makes the first person I thought about when I saw this trailer was John Campea, actually, because when I watched the John Campea show after the first trailer came out, John Campea said it multiple times. We've got confirmation. This is absolutely the Wolverine from Logan. And it's like, no, it isn't.
No, not even remotely.
First of all, he died.
Yeah.
And then he referenced a line of dialogue. Whatever, Wolverine is at fault for whatever happened in his world, and it's like, but Professor X is at fault for what happened in Logan. It's like, it's not the same world. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of funny that they were adding more to his story. But then I'm sure John Campea saw Daphne Keane and was like, oh, see? So,
It's that world.
I don't know if he still has that take. I just remember watching that episode and just being like, what are you talking about, dude? I may or may not have even put something in his live chat.